So I'm so thrilled to have you here, Charlie. Charlie's from Boveda, and you had a terrible accident a few years ago where you actually lost your foot.
That's true.
Unfortunately. And a common question that we get on HelloMD is, does cannabis actually help with phantom limb syndrome?
It absolutely does. I was not a believer in cannabis, even though we were operating in the cannabis space for the last 5 years.
Right.
But my accident 3 years ago that took my foot,
What happened?
careless driver took a left turn into me on my motorcycle. And so what was legal in Minnesota at the time was more and more opiates. But when 2 didn't work, when 3 worked, that wasn't the road I wanted to go down. So in desperation, I got in touch with some people in the business that I said, listen, I'm desperate. I've never had fun with cannabis. I'm a little bit nervous about trying it because of the past experience that I had, but I am desperate. So if this is really a medicine, please prove it. And so thankfully I got the right strain and then was understood dosage. And that was really the key for me. So in one night I went from a skeptic to the medicinal qualities of cannabis to a complete believer, because that was the best 8 hours of sleep that I got that night. So I have kind of been on a little bit of a crusade myself because I don't usually fit into the cannabis user mold based on politics and my interests and all of those things. So I'm I hope a little bit of a story for people that are nervous about it, or are a little bit scared, or are skeptical about what a cannabis user looks like. Because I'm still an athlete. I compete in most of the sports that I participate in, but I happen to also use cannabis at night for pain relief and sleep.
That's fantastic. So maybe you can tell our patients out there, what strain did you find was effective, and what do you mean by dosage for you?
Well, what I found is that indica strains, even though that's not the universal term for things that are not going to make you high as much but are going to take away the pain, it happens that one of those worked for me, and that was Purple Urkel from Medicine Man in Denver, and it's been magical for sleep at night. And so that, and then also some of the items that I can get legally in Minnesota as well. So dosage is all about how much are you taking. And I think that I realized that the bad experiences that I had years ago in high school was because I was trying to keep up with my friends. And so what I found was little puff, wait 10 minutes, little puff, wait 10 minutes off of a vaporizer, and then all of a sudden the pain goes away, I get a little bit tired, I close my book and I fall asleep, and it's delightful.
That's great. That's great advice, and it's go low and slow.
Right. You can always add, you can't usually subtract.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much for that.
Thanks, Pamela.